Hello, everyone. It's Heidi Callison with Downtown NorCal Live, and I'm so happy to have Vanessa Errecarte of Marketing Simplified. Normally, Downtown NorCal covers brick and mortar businesses traditionally, and in this case, I'm making an exception because Vanessa helps those businesses. And tomorrow, she is featuring a free, special, unique program to small businesses, and I just want to welcome Vanessa to our program. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Heidi. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
No, sorry about that. I wanted to mention, by the way, that Vanessa, for all of her philanthropic endeavors, helping businesses, was awarded the Business of the Year for the Davis Chamber of Commerce. And so this is a woman who really, puts it out there in times of need and all the time year round. Can you tell us a little bit about your business, Vanessa?
Yep. So I was Member of the Year, and I'm very grateful to the Chamber for that. Thank you so much. And the reason I was awarded that is my business. I'm a marketing consultant, a marketing consulting firm, by way of business. But one arm of my business is teaching and training small businesses, nonprofits, people that wouldn't otherwise have the funds to hire me, on retainer, to do a lot of online and digital marketing functions that are really going to help amplify their business and profits. We have a bunch of tools at our disposal, and the problem is figuring out what to use and how to use them. And I don't want those tools to just be available to the bigger corporations that may be available to afford to have someone in-house or on a consulting basis doing them. I want everybody to have those available. So I did a bunch of free workshops, in the community, and then I also have that paid program that brought a bunch of local businesses together. Actually, we would have these coaching calls, and people would bounce ideas off of each other and even combine for some marketing initiatives. It was really fun.
So with everything kind of transitioning right now to an online world, tomorrow you're offering a free seminar to a limited group of participants. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so, like everybody, when this situation hit, I started thinking, how can I help? What can I do? And so I thought, I have so much created to help people learn how to do marketing online and even convert some of their services online to bring in revenue. And so why not take some of the best stuff from this paid program that I already have and just put it out there? These times are unprecedented, and I need it in my heart to find a way to help. And so I thought, okay, I already have this thing that I can put out there. I'm going to take the barrier away because so many people are struggling financially right now. I can make this sacrifice, that everybody else is making, right? And put this out there for free so that people that may not have had time to be online as much, that now have more time because businesses are modifying the way they do things or temporarily closed, they can take advantage of it. Or if they are online, there's certain things that they don't even maybe realize they can be doing to really amplify that right now.
Can you give us the information about how someone would access that? What time, where do they go? How do they, what technology do they need to join?
Sure. So this first workshop is going to be tomorrow, March 26th at noon, 12 p.m. Pacific time. And if you email just hi, at marketingsimplified.com, you will get a reply from me with a Zoom link invitation, and then you will be ready to go. And as you know, Heidi, you do not have to own Zoom to use a Zoom link. You just click on the Zoom link and Zoom will automatically pop up and you'll be entered into the meeting.
So my own experience, I had a few hassles getting onto Zoom, and I thank you so much for benevolently sharing with me your guide, but I did feel like I had to download the app at least. Is that the case or not?
So you will be prompted to download it if you don't have Zoom. So my recommendation would be, if you don't have Zoom, to start fiddling with that link and getting on about 15 minutes before the meeting. But it should automatically prompt you to download. You can also download the Zoom app on your phone and join that way, depending on what you're more comfortable with, desktop or phone.
What is the deadline for folks to sign up for your workshop tomorrow?
we'll take people up until the workshop, and if there's a lot of interest and you just can't make this one, please let me know, because that'll be great information to let me know if I should do it again or even make the replay available to you.
Great. In terms of your personal experience, you are a mother of 2 under 5, and one of those has unique medical needs. How is this time hitting you now as a teacher, a full-time business owner, mother, all of the things we're doing?
Yeah, so like everybody else, I'm all of a sudden trying to figure out with my husband, how we manage the kids, homeschool, do all that. Well, we both work full-time jobs now remotely from home. And so that is a challenge that I think all parents are going through. We are, right now following these social distancing rules that everybody is, which means that, you don't have a lot of outside help coming in and out of your home, childcare wise. So I definitely feel everybody's pain out there with juggling it. But as far as my daughter's concerned, I feel really grateful right now. She was diagnosed with a really rare form of scoliosis that is like 1 in 10,000 kids under the age of 5, have scoliosis sometimes. And it's rare. It usually shows up as an adolescent. And when kids are that young and get scoliosis, the spine often can invade the lungs quite easily because the chest space is so small. So she spent her whole year during, 3.5 to almost 5, she was in a body cast to correct her spine, which was, she had a thoracic curve up top, and then she also had a lumbar curve on the bottom. And now she's in a brace to hold the corrections. So luckily we don't have to worry about, a reduced lung capacity. But if this were a year ago, she would have these body casts every 3 months put on under anesthesia. And if she got a respiratory illness, the cast does, constrict her a bit. So you have to worry about then getting it removed and have to go under anesthesia again. So now she's in a brace, which can come off, and we're relieved. But certainly this worry over, her and everyone in my family, parents, grandparents, that very deep personal feeling that having had that experience, if you're 1 in 10,000 and something happens to you and you're the one, while statistics can be comforting, it is very anxiety provoking right now. And that's part of what inspired me just to help right now.
Well, I like putting a face to the crisis, because a lot of us feel invulnerable and, we'll survive the virus. But when you're talking about a little girl who's 5 years old, who no one would know has a problem unless they were talking to you or happened to notice her brace when that, is visible, it hits home. And so we all need to continue to practice that safe social distancing. To another issue, Vanessa, last night the Davis City Council devolved with some pranks with their Zoom online. And I wonder if you have anything to say about that in terms of small businesses or businesses in general that might be holding Zoom meetings, and knowing that with local bodies like city councils, boards of supervisors needing to hold public meetings, their challenges are unique. But for business, what can they do to protect themselves from pranks?
Yeah, so what you just said about the city council, that's unfortunate, and because of the Brown Act, as we know and as you and I discussed, it's tough to do what I'm about to recommend. But if you're not a public body under something like the Brown Act, where you need to have an open and public meeting on Zoom, you can password protect the meetings you set up. Now, I caution you, because when you password protect a meeting, it's also a barrier to entry. So people that maybe aren't tech savvy and trying to figure out all this Zoom stuff for the first time may be fiddling with a password and having a hard time. So if you don't want to password protect the meeting because you're worried about that kind of thing, you can lock the meeting once the meeting has started by going on your controls that you have as the host, which show up on the bottom right of your screen when you toggle over it.
And if someone were to leave a meeting for a temporary reason and come back, would they be allowed to come back if the meeting were locked?
So my recommendation at that point would be to tell everybody on your call that you are going to lock the meeting for privacy, and that if someone needs to leave and come back, for them to please message you in the chat and then to maybe send you an email or text or something when they need to come back on, so that then you can let them back in.
Okay. So I always end these interviews with a tip, and today I really want to offer that up to you. What can people do to help small businesses?
So, small businesses are going to be sharing a lot of information on social media. And if they are not sharing a lot of information on social media, I recommend they do, which is why I'm doing tomorrow's workshop. And so if you're social media savvy and you have a favorite business and you like the content they're putting out there, engaging with it and sharing it gives them so much more visibility on their news feed. And then, I really do encourage, if you have the time and availability, join the call. If you have someone tech savvy that, works for you, that's sitting at home right now, invite them to. We'll get all of you on the call, and we'll really go over some neat things. And I'll point out some things that could really help right now. For example, a simple tool like Facebook Live could be something where everybody pretty much knows about Facebook Live, or most people do, and a lot of people have fiddled with it before, but you may not know that you can then take that video, you can upload it to YouTube, you can even password protect it and have, start a whole membership portal, for example, of workouts that you might be taping virtually, or recipes that you might be taping virtually, or whatever you're doing right now to create that virtual connection with your business. If this lasts a while, you may want to kind of create a library of the things you're doing and then put that online. And then, not to mention, there's a lot of back-end things as Facebook tracks people's video views on those lives. You can even turn around and use it for paid traffic later. So again, we're going to go deeply into all these things on my call, and I'm going to talk about, you're doing a lot of things on the surface online, and you may not be just getting everything you can out of it right now, visibility-wise. So I want to take this opportunity where everything is kind of slowed down to really teach you how to do that and how to amplify things right now.
And that is a terrific point for us to end on a personal basis. I just want to tell everyone that when I started Downtown NorCal, Vanessa is the one who said, jump off the ledge and get live, go live. And before I was ready, it was Mother and Baby Source that closed. And I said, that's it. I've got to do it. I couldn't take it. One of my favorite small businesses that cherished for so many years closing. And I just decided I have nothing to lose. And I went live and I cried. And one could say it was not the best piece of journalism, but it doesn't matter. And that enabled me to be live with all of these businesses now, so that you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, in fact, if you have spinach in your teeth or something like that, your conversion rate will be higher. That's why we watch reality TV. We like when, things look human.
Absolutely. So this has been Vanessa Errecarte with Marketing Simplified. I'll be linking her business in after I put this up. And I so appreciate the time with you, Vanessa.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. And I know that we'll find the silver linings in this.
Absolutely.